thank you so much for this day. A lot of people are getting snow today. We would like to ask that thou will bless everyone, that they will keep themselves safe. They will not go out driving in the snow, and if they have to drive, that they will be exceedingly careful, as the roads are not frozen yet, which makes all the snow slippery. Please bless us that we will all have the Spirit to be with us, and that it will prompt us, and that we will be prompted to do good things, and help those that cannot afford groceries, that they may be able to find things on sale that they can afford, which are good for them, like potatoes and such. And thank you so much for all our blessings. Thank you for, in spite of the price of gas, thank you that we have vehicles, and help us find a way to have electric or some other means of transportation that is more affordable and good for the environment, or better. We're asked that we will be that we won't suffer with pain, that if we have pain, that it will bring us closer to thee, and that we can depend on thee, and that thou will hold our hand and not let go. And please comfort us, those that need comfort, and bless all those who are sad, that they may find a way out of the sadness, whether it's antidepressants or if it's thinking grateful things. Please, thank you so much for the good mood I'm in, and that my bout of depression is over. Thank you so much for blessing me with Celexa, and bless us that we will be able to have our medications in spite of all the supply chains and the problems that they're having. And bless those who need to use the Mississippi River to transport their food, that the farmers that transport it down the Mississippi, that they might find other ways, and that it might not be more expensive, or at least that it will be affordable. And bless us all that if we have to eat less and lose weight, that we'll be grateful for it. And thank you for this beautiful winter time, and for all the possibilities of snow, all the adventures that we can have. And please keep us safe, and please protect the animals, that we won't hurt them if they run out on the road, and that we won't have any accidents or difficulties or car trouble. And as much as we would like to not ever have any pain or trials, please bless us that we might be safe, and that we might develop characteristics of godliness. And these things we pray in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Hello. Good morning, afternoon. The day is going past. I can't stay long. The cell service will die as we live in the boonies. You know how it is living in the boonies. The snow is so pretty. I like it when it's dappled. You know, the first year I came to Canada, I had never really seen snow except one day a year in Georgia. And my first husband, I remember him saying how much he liked it when you could see the plants and the weeds and the crops through the snow. And I thought, well, I don't like that. I like it when it's all white. It's lovely when it's all white, because I never had snow. But now I know what it's like when it's all white and the clouds are white, and you're just in a cloud all the whole season. Then the snow sticks to the trees, and they look so beautiful. It's really a wonderland. And you make all those photographs that look like postcards. don't know, these cars go past. Oh, hi. You know, when it snows and the sun is shining, like right now it's snowing and the sun is shining, there's no rainbow. I don't think you ever see a rainbow in the snow. It's only when the sun is shining during the rain. So today I made great progress. I did all sorts of work on our bedroom. I went through all the sweaters and I got rid of some, and I went through the drawer of sleeves. You know, I have sleeves that are only that long. Hi, silly sinner. Thank you. Says I'm sweet. And I got rid of some. I got rid of all the ones that were stained and had dirty cuffs. Maybe they just needed to be washed. I don't know, but I got rid of them. And what else did I do? I vacuumed all my fleeces. They let the soil go right through them, and so you lift them up, and the fleece is pretty clean, and the floor underneath is all covered with dust, dirty dust, you know, like dirt, but it's dust particles. And I found when I was in my sleeve drawer, I have a drawer just for sleeves, you know. You have to have sleeves on, and sometimes sleeves don't come all the way down, and so these sleeves come to here, you know, and they go up to maybe here. Some of them only go to here, but it's really nice if you've got a 3/4 inch sleeve, you could still wear it in the winter. Oh. But I got rid of all my 3/4 length sleeves, and I also got rid of all the V-neck sweaters, because that's where you need your warmth, right there. And I need that. You can do without, you can go with sleeveless jackets sometimes, but you need to have it covered up here, or you get a chest situation. Oh, there goes. It's 3. The sun is, oh, I was going to get something in the village. What was it I was going to get? I can never remember these things. Sometimes I write them in my journal. There's something I wanted at the dollar store. I have no idea. Not the way it goes. Boy, the prices have gone up, but potatoes were on for $3 a bag. I like that we get them in paper. In Canada, they're always in paper with a little window with the little screen over it, you know. But, oh, I should have gotten gas. I only got 1/4 of a tank. I guess I could go get gas. I should probably do that. You shouldn't leave your tank too empty when it's winter time. You should keep it full. Or I don't like to fill it up when it's halfway full, but it's if you're parking your car, you should probably fill it up with gas, because it condenses, and the water, the vapor condensing, if there's any water in there, it'll get in the water, in the gas. Also, you may need to have a lot of gas in case you get stranded. You might have to idle your car for a while to keep warm. You should probably wear clothes in the car that you could be wearing outside, so you could drive with your windows open, you know. If you dress like that, then if you do get stranded, if you hit a deer, say, or you get swerve off the road for some reason. I found that there were droppings in the sleeve drawer, so I got that and I cleaned that ragged on the end, and I thought, what's that? So anyway, if I can tell you before it shuts down again, Willem's music in that cupboard. Oh, about this much music, and this was List, Lizst, and it was all eaten, and there were just like 3 or 4 pages that had just a bit. There was the joint, and then there was all of the, you know, anyway. But So whatever that one was, it started with a G. So he doesn't have that music anymore. But I vacuumed all that up and I cleaned up all the stuff that was on our dresser. You know, while things have been emptied out of the sunroom, they've gone other places and they're littering up the house. So I found all of the technology stuff, all the cameras and wires and chargers and all that sort of stuff. And I took it all upstairs onto those nice long counters, and I sorted them all out. And I sorted out my mother's desk. It was awesome. It's very nice now. And of course my upper back hurts. But I'm almost done. I'm gonna go and sort some more out. I guess I'm gonna go get gas. And I'll go to the dollar store. Maybe I wrote it down in my journal, what I needed. I don't know. I don't always write everything down in the journal, you know? You have to go back a few days. Oh yes, the church is collecting to give to people for seniors that have nobody, and they want deodorant. And so I'm gonna go to the dollar store and see if I can buy up some deodorant. You are climbing the mountain one step at a time. I am. It's a huge mountain, isn't it? I don't know why, but when I watch your videos and lives, it makes me smile. Well, that's good. Well, I'm back. Sorry about that. I guess my camera was not charging. So I came up here to get gas, but now I don't feel like getting out. That's true. That's what happens. I used up all my energy already today. See, it's 3:45. I don't have any energy. Oh well. I just have to do it one step at a time. That's what I'll tell myself. I'll just reach down and I'll pull the handle and open the gas thing. See? Part 1 is done. This is really filthy, isn't it? I wonder if I could clean it. Do I have anything wherewith to clean it? Nah. Oh, I could use hand sanitizer and a paper towel. There we go. Well, isn't that better? Now. Jeez. We have a lot of dust. We live on a dirt road. Do you live on a dirt road? I like our dirt road. There we go. The dust is over now. Yes, indeed. If you wash your car, it'll stay clean. Well, except salt. There was a church thing tomorrow for the women. It's a Women's Day or something, but it's going to be blowing, drifting, cold. It's near the lake, so life is not very good at the lake when it snows. You know, the big Great Lakes. I guess they're having quite the thing in what is the city? Buffalo at the moment. Do you live in Buffalo? Hey, there's this guy. You gotta check him out. If you're interested in learning stuff, I had no idea what earthquakes were really indicative of. But I've been watching these earthquakes now. Well, it's called DUTCHINESE or something like that. I think if you go on YouTube and you type in Dutch, DUTCHINESE, maybe it's not, maybe you spelled it wrong, but anyway, something like that. And there's this guy who has He has an app, and it shows the earth, and then for every earthquake there's a circle, and they're standing up above the earth. If they are on the ground level, then they're just right on the earth, and for the amount of depth, then they have a little rod or line, and then the circle is up above, and the bigger the earthquake, the bigger the circle. And so he's got this globe, and it's got all these things sticking up all around, and it all follows the plates. And right lately there has been, I guess there's European data. What is that one? The ECOP or EOPC or something like that. Anyway, it's a European earthquake data collection center, and they talk about more earthquakes than the USGS does. And so there was an earthquake in I think it was up in the northwest somewhere of the United States, not quite at the edge, but in the, like on, it would probably be on the mountain range there, right? The Rockies, is that where, I mean, that would be where the plates have buckled, right? So it would be in there somewhere. Anyway, it was a pretty big one. I think it was a six something or 7. And then, but it wasn't recorded by the USGS. No idea why. And then there was another one that hit El Paso, Texas. And he watches these earthquakes, and he puts out these warnings that within the next 7 days there'll be another one, because they follow the thing around. And so there should be one in West Virginia or Virginia within the next week that'll be about the same size as the one that hit El Paso. It's very interesting to watch these, and like when there was all these earthquakes that were 2.5 or something, and they were going all around the plate, like the plate that's over there above Australia. I'm not sure what the name of it is. And there's one on the United States that comes down, I don't know exactly how it goes, but El Paso is on it, and Idaho or something, and then it comes back up in the East Coast somewhere, Virginia, and I guess it comes up through Ontario. A few years ago, we had an earthquake that I felt. I've never felt an earthquake before that. And it was on the border between Ontario and Quebec. And Quebec is always talking about separating. Well, they haven't talked about it for a while now. Maybe it's been 10 years since they talked about it. But when I first came to Canada, and for many years, like for 20 years or something, they were always talking about separating. But all of our prime ministers kept coming from Quebec, like Trudeau and Chrétien, and now we've got another Trudeau's son, Trudeau. Anyway, and they were always talking about separating. But because they had a Quebec prime minister, maybe that's why they didn't. But they would have referendums. Anyway, so when they had this earthquake there, I said, well, it was just Quebec trying to separate. But it didn't work. There's also a rift in Africa. It's not very deep yet, but it appears that the African plate is separating. It's like there's going to be a big lake through Africa, through Somalia, or is it Senegal? I'm not sure. Somewhere on the west side. But anyway, Dutch Duchenne or something is his name, or the name of the channel. And he goes into all this depth, and he talks about all these earthquakes. He predicts them, and then they happen. And they'll be like 100 miles off. But he says, well, there's one here and one here, then there's going to be one in the middle. And, it's working its way around the plate, so you can see it's going to keep going. Very interesting. I've always, on Twitter, I've always had an earthquake feed, right? I've always noticed all the earthquakes. And there's this website called Did You Feel It? And on there you can go and check out the earthquakes. Did you feel well? But if you get the feed and you get notifications of it, I suppose I should get out and get gas. Waiting for the pain to go away. I have a handicap thing. Ta-da! Oh, you can't see it. Anyway, it's up there. Ta-da! Guess I have to do this. Oh. It seems to have stopped snowing. But the windshield is a bit dirty now. I guess they used some salt. It's nice that people come and go at gas stations and nobody really notices how long you're there, except perhaps the people inside that are looking at your pump number. Except we haven't started getting gas yet. It takes a long time, right? You have to get gas, then you have to go inside. These pumps have got their automatic debit card thing covered up. They've also changed companies, so there's no numbers. There was somebody yesterday who was making a joke and said gas companies are the only ones that advertise in big, huge letters when the gas is getting more expensive. Everybody else is like, they kind of hide the numbers, you know, how much stuff is. Well, I guess I got to get out there and do my gas. I guess you could come with me if you want, but that's just one more thing. I'm not sure I can handle one more thing. This is why I don't make videos at this time of day. Usually I'm just too tired. I have nothing to talk about. My random babblings. Random babblings with Nancy today. Look at that. You could come out here and stay there. Look at that. That would work really well. I don't have any bubbles to blow, or I could blow bubbles for you. I don't think I do. I think they're in Willem's car, unless I moved them back to this car. But that would really be a pain in the butt kind of person if I sat here and blew bubbles when I'm supposed to be whatever. Okay, well, I think I'm gonna get gas. So I guess I'll say goodbye. Anybody else there? Nobody's back. Well, there's 4 people here, but nobody said anything. You know, it's too bad when it's not after it's been live. You can't read the comments when it's not live. So if I forget to check all the comments, I don't know what's been said. All right, I'm gonna go. People are starting to come to the gas station. Goodbye. Love you guys.